reminding you to register with Proctor for the final exam. Excuse me, I have a sinus infection. So where do we go from here? Management 445, Fall 22. Where are we now? How do we get there? Where do we want to be? So let's look at our next slide. And this is our cheat model for digital entrepreneurship. We assume you have no idea, no money, no problem. And the way the courses were originally, and I'll show you the next slide, and I've had this conversation with several students, the way the course was originally set up, Management 440 would come first, and then 445 would follow it. And so that the business plan you built in 440, you would build the website, see how to promote it, and have a finished module completed at the end of the course. But when we started the course in 2021, for some reason it was switched and 445 was offered first. So I couldn't do that. And then as time goes by, we finally are getting in place for the spring semester. So like I said, when it's developed, and what happened is the cart went before the horse, and it just caused a problem. Now, what happens with a 441st and you complete 445, you build the website, how to promote it, I provide them with a 6-month free sandbox. I set up a template for their website. I put a theme in place, and that I own something called Center for Knowledge Discovery.org. It's cfkd.org. And so if your name was Stephen, it'd be stephen.cfkd.org. You go in there, and I'm paying for everything. And then for 6 months, you work on it. And if you say, gee, Dr. Cheek, I like this, I give you some recommendations where you can go for hosting and theme, and you check it out. We'll transfer it seamlessly. Now, I use HostGator in that with HostGator, we can just move it easily on HostGator, but we can move it any place, wherever you want to go. So what have you done so far? You did Backstory, you did the Content Inc. And what you should know from Content Inc., the focus is not on you, it's on the audience. The Don't Make Me Think and the frame you did for a website said, make it 8 seconds to grab the customer, away you go. Let's look at the wireframe. I'm upset with Louisiana politics, and this is something I'm doing. It's called We the People Louisiana. And so this is the way, this is probably going to hit the ground running in December or something. But let me tell you what I did. I made it real simple. Above the folds, We the People logo of Louisiana. Now, about is going to be about the problems that voters have in Louisiana. But then also a section has to be about me. The economy, education, insurance. Donald Miller likes 3. Keep the 3 simple things, and it's simple. You see, I put the call to action over on the top right. And that what most people say in a menu, you keep it 3 or 4 at the most. This one has 4. And that also you can put drop down. So you did the economy. It can be a bunch of different things, taxes, whatever. And then, but these I've identified that most voters in Louisiana, they're major problems because I'm addressing their problems, not my problem. The economy, education, insurance, that's the top of the list right now. So what I say is, and we use this ABT format that Randy Olson uses, Louisiana broken and nothing's being done. That's the problem. The contradiction, but you feel powerless to do anything about it. So join me now, and I'll show you how we can make a difference. Now, here's the deal. When you build this website early on, you want to make it one-on-one, you and that person, not we, the group, or you and me. And the more you can personalize it, that feel like they're talking to you, the better you can be. So website frame, look at it. A lot of white space, Not confusing at all. The picture supports the script. That's a picture of the tower downtown Baton Rouge where the legislature meets. And I do 2 calls for action, top right-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner. Now, on the mobile, there might not be room for this. So on the mobile, what I might do, they might have a little hamburger up there for the menu. It might not be able to say, "We the people of Louisiana." It says, "But I want Louisiana's broken, nothing's being done, but you feel powerless to do anything about it." And the so join me is that I want to tweak their interest, that right then and there, hey, it'll grab me. So that's a lot of white space, no bunches of photographs or anything else that's going to confuse them. Tell them early what it's all about. You got to make them want to scroll down. Because if you don't, they're gone. So this is the clean look at it. That's what it will look like. So the key components about the landing page. The logo acts as a home button. When you click on it, it'll always bring you home. Clearly explains what you're doing. The menu, 3 to 4 items, can do drop-down menu so that each one can have a drop-down. But it might be a lot tougher for you to do, but you can do it. Call to action, you got to prominently display it. Best thing to do is put a different color or something. And agreement, all right? And I say, the audience comes to you, you're saying thing everybody agrees on. Everybody agrees Louisiana's broken, all right? And this is where you acknowledge the problem. Let's suppose you have, some of you might have taken the 440 with me, active wear. So someone's coming to you and you're offering active wear, but you've put your niche down, full figure women, for example. So their problem is, I need active wear, and you can't find any for full figure women. And that would be, you need active wear for full figure women, but you can't find any place to do it. And it says, therefore, we're here to help you. I'm here to help you. And that would be our and agreement, the but, the contradiction, the therefore. Key takeaways you should have is that all conversations are one-on-one. You have to completely understand your audience and viewers and have a solution to their problem. Now, if you look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll put all the We the People of Louisiana over on the right-hand side, and I'll put the label by them so you can see what we're doing. How did we get here? Here's where we are now. What we did was, when we talk about material covered for the remainder of semester, this information is not going to be on your file. I'm going to give it to you in a series of webinars and give it to you in a series of slide presentations. But it's not going to be on your exam. If you don't have time to mess with it, that's okay. But regardless, this is information that you'll need down the line if you drink my Kool-Aid and think a part-time gig, it would be wonderful. So, and I tell you in here, I use my ABT and tell you what's going to happen, and then I say so. So as long as God decides to keep me around, I'll be your mentor and guide for all MAG students, regardless of their grades. I'll offer you the free 6 months website if you want it. I'll help you set up the site, and then if it works for you, now 6 months, if I see you're not doing anything on it, I'll kick you out. But I'll give you the free 6 months, and away we'll go. So now to the end of the semester, what do we need? The quizzes continue, the midterm exam, of course, the final project, and the final exam. Now, I sent you all a document with the final exam, with the final project on it. What I would do, I'm going to make a little short video on that. Hopefully, I'll get it out later today. And what I would tell you is use that video and the paper I've given you to do your final project. Now, the final exam, once again, will be strictly from the books and the chapters. That's all we're really going to use. What I would tell you as we go along, I really appreciate your input. And if you've got any thoughts or questions when I put these videos out, please let me know. And when the new semester comes, I'm going to remind you between now and then. When the student evaluation of instructors comes out, please do it. We get about a 5% response. I take those to heart. I take what you said we did right. Oh, that's kudos, great. But I take to heart what we said you did wrong or what you would like to be improved in the course. If you see my course, every time you see a quiz, the Cengage book gave me quizzes. Every other quiz, I built those quizzes. And so that what happens, I spend a tremendous amount of time. I'm going to a new book next year. Hopefully, it'll be a free book that you won't have to pay for. And I'll have 2 or 3 of the $14 books or something. And that'll be the only books necessary for the course. But anyway, this is where we are at the end of the semester. I'd appreciate your thoughts. Tell me what else you need. Let me know I can help, and I'll be here. But in the meantime, I'll get to work on the presentation, a little short video on what to do in your final project. Thanks again for your patience, and I look forward to reading. I hadn't started reading, but I'm looking forward to reading your papers, your midterm research projects. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.